people need to be careful, myself included. And
Lieutenant Governor Tim Murray is still facing questions in the wake of his car crash last November. We wondered to what extent are Massachusetts voters satisfied with his answers.
It's a little confusing. You have to say why was he speeding? So why was he going 100 miles per hour at 5 in the morning? So, but I don't know if that has anything to do with how he governs.
My sense is it was an unfortunate accident that, you know, it doesn't really bother me.
Does the changing explanations bother you at all?
I suppose a little bit, but not categorically. I wouldn't change a vote over it.
I think there's probably some more questions out there that need to be answered. It's a very high-profile position, and I hope he gets out in front of whatever happened.
I certainly thought I was wearing my seatbelt.
Does the change in explanations bother you at all?
Well, of course, but he's a public official, and public officials tend to do that.
If you can't have a consistent story, doesn't that say something about what happened?
I can tell you, I was not on the phone, I was not emailing, I was not texting.
I guess he just needs to explain himself a little bit more.
That's the launching point for our OTR Political Roundtable this morning. Mary Ann Marsh is with us. Ginny Buckingham is with us as well. Ladies, thank you for joining us.
So you heard the Lieutenant Governor this morning. Are there still holes in his story, Ginny?
You know, a lot of times in these cases, there's a lot less there than meets the eye, not more. And I think he just needs to get out and tell the whole story. Take every question from the media. Put out those cell phone records. Just answer the questions. Those voters are willing to give him a chance to hear him out.
Did he put this controversy to bed this morning, Marianne?
I'm not sure he did. I agree with Ginny. That said, it's clear God gave him a second chance. And it will be up to Tim Murray, time, and the voters to determine how that second chance is used. And hopefully he has the opportunity to make the best of it.
Is it fair to say that McLaughlin's problems are now Murray's problems, though?
Well, they always are. There are always these characters in politics that are around you and might be doing things that you don't know anything about that are shady. And I think he did the right thing by calling for an investigation and let the chips fall where they may.
Let's talk about the agreement between Scott Brown and Elizabeth Warren. Flat out, they've signed this agreement, which is to limit the PAC money. Is it possible, Mary Ann, to limit PACs?
I hope so, but no. And this deal is going to last until the first TV station takes that first ad, and then it's over.
Ginny, what do you think? I mean, by appearances, it might be admirable. Does it have legs in that?
It's not going to work, and probably what will happen, I would suspect, is we'll get towards the end of the race. It will be tight. Those PACs will come in, and it'll be too late for the candidates to do anything about it, and everyone will throw up their hands and say, we told you so.
Let's switch over to the presidential race. Mitt Romney is fighting for political survival in Florida at this point, and he knows it.
Did Bain ever do any work with any company which did any work with the government, like Medicare?
We didn't do any work with the government. I didn't have an office in K Street. I wasn't a lobbyist. I've never worked in Washington. So you were working. We have congressmen who also say that you came and lobbied them in favor.
I didn't lobby them.
You have congressmen who say that you came and lobbied them with regards to Medicare Part D. At the same time, your senator was taking in contributions.
You just jumped a long way over here, friend.
Well, another.
So the bottom line is, if Mitt Romney ends up losing Florida, what will this mean, Marianne?
This is now a referendum on Mitt Romney, and that's bad. What you have seen is a complete collapse of a campaign with the drop in points between South Carolina and Florida. So in a closed Republican primary, it's unlikely Mitt Romney can win, and if that happens, I think the Republican establishment is going to start looking for another candidate.
If he loses Florida, can he revive himself? Can he pick this campaign, put it back together again, possibly with his own money at that point?
Sure, and there are a lot of states to come, so he'll have a lot of opportunity. States that are pretty friendly to him, like Nevada, like Michigan, are coming right around the corner. Mitt had a pretty good week last week. He did well in the debates. He has made a very strong case, finally, against Newt Gingrich. He put his tax returns out there, finally. So those questions are fading, so we'll see.
Is Newt that other candidate, Marianne? I'm curious. You said another candidate. Is Newt Gingrich that other candidate?
No, you watched Mitch Daniels give the response to the State of the Union.
Governor.
That was his audition.
Yeah.
There may be others, but here's the problem. The Republican establishment does not run the Republican Party anymore.
Let's talk about the big event that's going to dominate the news coverage this week, and that's the Super Bowl. Bob Kraft wants a casino. If the Patriots win the Super Bowl, is that a chip in Bob Kraft's hand? I mean, is this a card he'll play?
I mean, no question it helps everybody bask in the glory of a championship, but at the end of this, it will always come down to the voters in all of these communities, including Foxborough.
Jenny, what do you think? I mean, is a Super Bowl a chip in trying to get a casino for the Foxborough area?
In the casino Super Bowl, Menino holds all the chips.
I see. And
not going to help.
I don't think so.
Let me jam this last one in. Tim Thomas, because I'm curious. It was a political hotbed story during the week, the last week, and it's kind of dying down now. Right decision, wrong decision, not to go to the White House?
Wrong. Tim Thomas put himself before his country and his teammates. That makes him selfish. He then said it was about a big federal government, but he calls Burlington, Vermont his hometown. That makes him a hypocrite because they make Cambridge look like raging moderates.
Hockey's a team game, and the biggest player on the team didn't show up at the White House. Those are just facts. That's not opinion.
I thought it was beneath the office of the president, just like I thought the president having Warren Buffett's secretary in the First Lady's box was beneath the office of the president. Two classless moves in 1 week.
In 1 week. We continue on the record. Stay with us.
Diamonds. Certified 1 carats are just $18.90. Up to 2 carat non-certified just $9.90 per carat. Thousands of GIA diamonds guaranteed the lowest price. The latest designer styles set while you watch. By Factory Direct, the Jewelry Exchange in Sudbury.
A Boozfield drive, a child in the car, at the wheel, a police detective.
I need help.
Team 5 investigates Thursday at 11. Police struggling with alcohol.
I was very good at hiding my alcoholism.
Study after study. Cops drinking heavily because of the job.
It costs taxpayers, it costs families, it costs the department.
Team 5 investigates why there's little help for the people who help you. Thursday on News Center 5 at 11.
Go to the Boston Channel's weather page and click here to get your 5-day forecast. Powered by Manchester Boston Regional Airport, New England's most convenient airport, featuring easy access, affordable parking, and much more. Visit flymanchester.com.
Pompeii.